Leave everything set up good. Picking up right where we left off yesterday. Streaming at a much higher bit rate today.
We conceived of this Combine base as both a training area
Want to listen to
and a
this
playground
real
for
quick?
grenades, introducing them here in infinite supply crates to signal that it's safe for players to use grenades freely without fear of running out. Go wild.
The mysterious
The Combine
pop.
encounter here uses extensive markup to direct the soldier AI towards cover and provide good opportunities for players to make use of grenades. At the end of the area, the same infinite grenade technique helps players resolve the turret placement, as a direct assault is a lot more difficult if you don't. A bright red light and a particle trail were added to the grenades, making it significantly easier for players to follow their trajectory, whether they're throwing them or dodging one from a Combine soldier.
Does it look very nice? It should, because I am straining our upload speed. Quick save? Oh, that's right. So professional. You want to see something? Wow. So crazy. Oh, you fuckers.
Air resistance. One important feature we
I
had to
don't
add to
even
our
have a
physics
green
engine for
shirt I
Half-Life
like
2
to wear,
was
so
air
not a
resistance.
big deal.
At the time, physics engines would typically implement a general damping feature for slowing objects down as they moved, but this merely removes energy in a symmetric way. In order to create a more believable motion, we decided to simulate air resistance instead.
I'm glad.
This allowed us to get asymmetric
Hopefully it
behavior,
doesn't
where
fuck
the
your
amount
sleep
the object
schedule
was
still.
slowed by moving through the air was different depending on how much surface area of the object was facing the direction of movement or rotation. This feature was key to making explosions and objects thrown by the gravity gun look believable. Fast-moving and fast-spinning objects are among the most expensive things to simulate in Half-Life 2's physics engine, so air resistance also improves CPU performance in cases like explosions. It is also key to presenting different materials and masses of objects. More dense objects can push aside air more easily, and this is visible. Having this effect in the simulation helps make the difference in density.
Move my chat over here so I don't have to strain my neck to look up at it.
Between cardboard boxes and wooden planks more apparent, and really helps make the objects in Half-Life 2's world much.
I need to correct the green screen. It's being goofy. Good enough. No, you are not. Give it a big ol' yeet.
Puzzle layers. Because players are often totally unaware of the designer's intent, which we think is a good thing, they tend to respond in all kinds of surprising ways to our puzzles. Even seemingly simple puzzles can see countless failures along the way to success. That was the case with this puzzle to open the canal gates, which required many layers of hints and cues. The sparking wheel communicates that this is where someone would normally open the gate, but some other method is needed. A few crows draw the player's eye towards the solution, in this case, a bundle of girders on a pendulum. As grenades have been thoroughly introduced, we originally wanted players to throw one to break the wooden support structure, but that wasn't obvious enough. We added exploding barrels as a much clearer clue. But even after solving the puzzle, some players didn't realize that the gates were now open, which led them to endlessly explore the base interior. So we had to remind them of their original problem, the broken gate. We added smoke, the alarm klaxon, and a spinning light, and it was then that we finally started seeing reliably good results in playtesting.
Whoosh. Kind of forgot about it for a second. I'm glad I listened to that. Played through this game a good number of times, but go, go, go. You know? Oh shit, forgot about that. That sucked. Rest in peace, my HP, man. Fuck. Points. 69. Nice. Oh my fuck. Oh my dick, dude.
Skybox. We've always needed to render a world
This
that
is
feels
sick.
larger than our map
What the
limitations allow. In Half-Life 1, we used a cube map texture to let players see beyond the playable area. But in Half-Life 2, we wanted that view into the larger world to be dynamic, not just a static texture. Our map size limitation was about half a mile in each dimension, but we realized we could create a much larger outer world if we stored it at a reduced scale. So, we invented what we called the 3D Skybox. The 3D Skybox is a small box hidden within the actual game map containing geometry at 1/16th scale. Inside it, a reference point corresponds to a matching origin in the main map. Then, when we render the space beyond the playable area, we use the geometry from the 3D Skybox, positioned by that reference point and scaled up 16 times. Getting the lighting and fog to blend seamlessly across the transition from the main map to the Skybox presented some sticky challenges, but it worked. The result made the world feel significantly larger and more immersive than it had in Half-Life 1.
Hell yeah.
.357 intro.
It
The
is
Magnum,
indeed
unlike the
Half-Life
basic handgun
2.
with its slower rate of fire, is meant to be fired in a more measured, calculated way, dealing catastrophic damage to your target. Earlier versions of the Magnum had a bit of random dispersion, which we felt fit the heft and the less
AKA
sensitive
one of
trigger
the
pull
greatest
larger
games
pistol.
ever made.
However, this led to anticlimactic moments where players would carefully line up a shot only to miss due to the accuracy penalty. To address this, we made the first bullet perfectly accurate, with each subsequent shot becoming less accurate as you blasted away.
VMPI. During development, we became increasingly frustrated with our slow gameplay iteration speeds, mainly because map compilation, needed to pre-compute lighting and visibility, was taking hours. Computers in 2000 were far slower than today's, and they had only a single CPU core each. Inspired by SETI at Home, a distributed program that used PCs worldwide to analyze radio waves for signs of extraterrestrial life, we built VMPI, which was our own distributed system that spread the map compilation process across many office computers. Today, these kinds of distributed systems run on giant GPU clusters, but at the time we just ran it on all the computers in our office. To deal with how our lighting code was evolving as quickly as our maps were, VMPI also distributed new EXE files to everyone's computer too. In retrospect, this was a pretty terrifying security concept, just awfully bad. It's like the stuff of nightmares for IT folks. Because we were sending an arbitrary executable to all of our work PCs and they would just run it. It was absolute madness. But it worked for us, and it did significantly increase our map iteration speed, and as a result, it ended up being a crucial tool.
Hell yeah. I'm forgetting where to go. That's saving at the worst times. Hey, you pussy. Fuck your couch. Man! Getting clapped on. I don't like it. Oh my god, the fucking aim punch. Holy shit. Should have bought, yeah, should have bought Kevlar vest, huh? It's a Counter-Strike joke. It's funny if you know Counter-Strike, you know? Well, the meme is, if, you know, the self-created meme, I'm the owner now, huh? Just kidding, this joke's probably been made a lot. Anyway, the joke is, in Counter-Strike, if you don't buy Kevlar, like, the aim punch is fucking horrendous. So if you get shot, like, on pistol round, you just kind of flinch really hard, you know? Holy shit. They don't fuck around. Oh my god. I don't like that. I know I could have done so much better, especially now that I know where to go. So now, we're gonna do the wise thing. Great success.
Mounted gun. The mounted guns were added here to help train the player on the gun's effectiveness against the attack helicopter for the final battle in the reservoir. This was necessary because up to this point, the helicopter was invulnerable to the player's weapons, and we had to give some indication that it could be harmed with larger weaponry. This was only somewhat effective in playtest due to the amount of pressure the player was under at the moment, which led us to developing the particle effects and sounds that would sell to the players that they were really doing damage.
Hell yeah. So this, like, all these commentary bubbles, babe, they were not a part of, you know, the game when it first launched, but the 20th anniversary was sometime last year. Like, I know it wasn't that long ago. So they updated the game to make it to where the two, like, add-on stories you can access from one file versus it being 3 separate, which is a nice little quality of life, and they added this commentary mode that Knight suggested that I play through with, because they give you, you know, just a lot of insight. Oh shit. Bunny Hawk's Pro Skater.
Helicopter bombing run. This is another example of us creating movement hazards while driving the airboat. The helicopter attempts to stay in front of the player when dropping bombs, and if the player backtracks, it switches to hovering and turns to attacking the player. In one playtest, a bomb just so happened to drop between the pipe seams, creating a pretty cinematic moment. The playtester had a positive reaction, so the team decided to script it so it happened every time. This process has become part of our organic design process. Every so often, a cool thing randomly happens in a playtest. We find a way to make it happen more reliably.
See, that's cool as shit. Those are developers that actually care. Yeah, not much I can do there. I mean, I guess not hit them, try a little bit harder. You know? Oh shit. Yeah, fuck off. Wait. Oh my god, dude, I thought those were the Combine repels. Oops. That sucked.
making a cinematic action game like the first Half-Life, we'd always wanted to make some big, spectacular destruction sequence, but we were never quite able to do anything like that. Half-Life 2's physics introduced a system for breaking physics small objects, such as crates, into pieces, which provoked the idea of doing something much bigger. We took a leap and tried breaking a smokestack into pieces as it fell. So we experimented with the masses until it felt better, refined the model, and added lots of smoke and audio to sell the effect. And there we had it. We had our big spectacular destruction moment. Ultimately, our physics made the sequence just barely possible in a way that maybe seems quaint by modern standards, but felt really awesome at the time. Because the simulation was unique every time we ran it, we had to take steps to avoid completely blocking the player's path with the big chunks of debris. The success of this sequence whet our appetites for the much higher fidelity cinematic physics destruction effects next seen in Episode 2. Smokestack Collapse.
About died so many damn times, dude. Like, holy shit. Give me some fucking health, please. Alright. Oh my god, there's so many commentary bubbles.
Displacements 2. Once the initial terrain system was up and running, we expected level designers to use it for outdoor spaces. Instead, they began experimenting, adding detail in unexpected places. They used the subdivided quads on the top of walls to create ruined edges, rounded off street curbs, and even attempted to make pipes.
Bro, my
This
neck's
met with
long as
varying
shit.
success
No.
since the terrain system was designed for landscapes,
Never realized
not
how long my
architectural
neck
detail.
was.
So we returned to the code mines, transforming the height-based terrain system into a fully 3D displacement system. Now, instead of only moving grid points up and down, designers could move them in any direction. This allowed them to add extra detail to all kinds of surfaces using blended textures to smooth transitions between the displacement quads and the BSP geometry.
There we go. Now
However,
I'm just widening
this
it.
required additional tech work to ensure consistent lighting between the two renderers, or those edges would have been noticeably mismatched. But with all this done, the level designers seemed satisfied, and we naively thought that this time it really would be enough. Displacements 3. With the general displacement system in hand, level designers didn't stop at adding detail to the world and returned to their original goals of building large-scale outdoor sections. This led to another round of updates to balance performance, ensuring the system could handle both fine detail and larger ground terrain. Texturing had to improve as well, especially to support complex structure. Displacements 1. After Half-Life 1 shipped, our level designers and artists wanted a better solution for
Washing machine puzzle. We created the washing machine physics puzzle late in development, after playtesting indicated that players needed some downtime from the relentless pressure from the helicopter. Pacing contrasts like this can accentuate the high moments by resetting the player's emotional state and warding off exhaustion or even boredom. It was a positive sign that players reacted so strongly to all the work done to make the helicopter truly menacing, but if we didn't manage the stress of it, fatigue set in, which quickly started to feel like monotony rather than excitement. Originally, players quickly drove through this area, but because of the nice sunlight and composition of the canal here, we decided it was a good spot to pause the action and have the player spend some quiet time solving a puzzle. The puzzle itself, which was the first to use masses and pulleys, ended up giving rise to other physics navigation puzzles elsewhere in the game.
Hell yeah. Dude, I think if I keep this pace, there is a chance I get very close, if not beat this game today. Like, there is a serious fucking chance.
Tear down this camp and get out of here.
So I've got through, like, honestly a lot larger chunk of this game than I'd originally thought I would.
Here, take a look at this. This here's the dam. It's just up ahead. Eli's hideout is here, a stone's throw from the apron and nestled in the old hydro plant. But getting there, with that hunter chopper on your ass, next to impossible. Good news is, the Vortigaunt's working his magic on your airboat, so you'll have a little more firepower going forward.
Yeah.
I think he's just finishing up now. Go on out.
Gestures. Each of our characters had a library of simple animations called gestures, which we could easily layer on top of other body movements. While originally planned as a production savings to allow us to reuse animations throughout the game, we found they actually had more utility than that. Humans often repeat certain movements, and these can be markers of a specific personality. As a result, our gestures library ended up capturing the essence of each character, helping to unify our animation team's understanding of who those characters were. This made it much easier for our animators to share any one character's workload among themselves, which production often required.
Airboat changeup. We heard from the playtesters that they wanted more varied gameplay from the airboat. Up until this point of the game, the player had no real way to fight back against the helicopter and other enemies, so it felt right to introduce a new weapon, and in turn, deliver a pacing change and set the stage for what would come next.
Jesus.
In the subsequent areas, we added target practice to acquaint people with their new weapon. Extra physics force on the airgun projectiles meant targets would get sent flying and make it feel way more powerful than anything in the player's loadout. Even then, when it came to playtesting combat against the helicopter, a lot of testers still thought it was invincible, and hadn't noticed our efforts to illustrate that it was taking damage from the Combine-mounted guns earlier. To get over this, we did the most obvious thing. We put the helicopter directly outside the tunnel in which you get the gun and make it extremely clear that you can and should shoot it. And it worked.
I think while I'm playing this game, I think the ammo counter is much less important than seeing my health.
Skybox time of day. The skybox and fog color changes incrementally during this chapter. This is meant to visually represent the passage of time as the player journeys through the canals and the chapter. Two fog color values in opposite directions to help sell the illusion of the oblique angle of the sun. You can see it getting closer to sunset by this point. This culminates in the helicopter combat arena with the sun setting and Ravenholm visible in the skybox.
That's supposed to... Maybe it's up here.
Donkey Kong Barrel Ramp. This particular area, the drainage ramp, originally started as just an interesting piece of level architecture. But during playtesting, we quickly saw how fun it was to slide the airboat up and around the slope, so we added more elements to enhance that experience. This included Metro Cops dropping barrels down toward the player, and a little nod to the classic arcade game, Donkey Kong.
That stuff was fun. What are you talking about, Brent? Welcome in, by the way. Oh, shit. Double shit. Fuck off. Shit balls. That sucks. I have to go all the way back through. Unfortunate. Oh my god, I fucked it up, but it worked. Gotta check every nook and cranny. I don't remember if there's anything back here. I don't think so. Yeah, no, that's the way we're supposed to go. Almost a Raven home. Fuck. There's a supply box. Oh.
Helicopter Megabomb Origin. The Megabomb helicopter attack was based on a bug where a programmer accidentally removed the bomb drop cooldown, resulting in the chopper dropping hundreds of bombs all at once. It looked so cool that we decided that we had to keep it for the final shipping bombing run attack.
Almost a Black Mesa. You know, I think Gordon's done enough that we can excuse him if he doesn't have a valid airboat license, you know? This man's been through it all. I'm taking so much unnecessary damage. It's fine, I mean, we're just about done with this sequence. be lying if I said I fully remembered how to get up here. I know I need to, but maybe that's later. Maybe I'm thinking way too far ahead. Having something here first would make more sense.
Arena exit gate. The wheel mechanism to raise the exit gate was added specifically to force the player to defeat the helicopter before they can move forward. We often refer to elements like this as gating the player, using design elements to keep them from progressing until they've completed a necessary task. Here, it's quite literally a gate.
Sick. I mean, so are you younger or older? Like, did you play this shit on release, or
we designed this area as the arena for the final showdown?
Are you like in your
20s
like me and maybe played it as a kid,
chance to finally eliminate the relentless enemy that's been hunting
some
them
years
since fleeing
later
underground after leaving Kleiner's lab?
Because my experience was I got the orange box, and I was actually just talking about it last night when I had a couple people over on Twitch that I was talking to. So basically, the whole thing, like with me getting the orange box, it kind of made no sense because I didn't really know much, if anything, about the Half-Life series, right? But then I genuinely do not know why I got it. But then I played, I feel like, up until this part
to get right.
on the 360, and then when I got my PC in 2014,
movement flow with clear path
I came back
and reliable performance. We also aim for visual clarity suited combat, striking but not overly noisy, while ensuring it would serve as a memorable vista once the helicopter is destroyed.
I kind of forget the purpose of doing this, because obviously you don't go down there. Think I did the right thing? I don't remember. We'll figure it out. Crows from Ravenholm. We are almost there. I don't, but I don't really want to be honest. I'm just trying to play the game normally. Doesn't shock me that this game gives you that freedom. Why am I forgetting? dumb joke Alex made. You'll have to refresh my memory. I'm sure there are some very cheesy voice lines. Saved it. Zombine? I don't feel like I remember it, to be completely honest. Oh. This is why we do quick saves. Did that already happen, or is that like a later on thing? Because I don't remember that from like yesterday. Bro, what am I missing? What am I being stupid about? Oh, episode 1, yeah, dude, it's been years. I mean, years since I played through the DLC for this. Fuck, dog, I really don't remember a ramp of logs. Thank you, sir. I knew I'm fucking sitting here losing my mind, dude. See, I didn't think that we went down that. I completely forgot. Like, entirely forgot. Give me 1 second. I'm receiving word that my stream is tweaking over on Twitch. Hold up. I'm very, very confused. Give me 1 second, my dude. Fucking Twitch is having a hissy fit. Wonder if it's about my bit rate. What in the fuck? I'm gonna assume it is because of the bit rate. Let me double check. Alright, I'm gonna stop and restart the stream. Hold up. I'm so confused, brother. What's going on, Ellis? Welcome in. Bro, I don't... Dude, I'm very confused. Is Twitch as a whole having issues? Like, nope, just me. It says I am live, though. Literally says I am live, but no video feed over to Twitch. So like... Let me, Dude, this is hella frustrating. I mean, I have a workaround temporarily because I still have